When I first started this channel, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't even ever practice being on camera. I hadn't posted much on social media. So I would say that I think the experience was overall positive because number one, I feel like I was able to do what God put in my heart to do. I learned that YouTube for me, in terms of creating videos, is not a hobby. It's not a business. For me, together at the Well, being a Christian YouTuber is a ministry. And I'm here to provide a service. I hope that you can find value in this channel, in the videos that God allows me to create. It is very time consuming. It challenges you to learn new skills. I mean, I've learned how to use iMovie and different apps and just how to become more comfortable on camera. Not that I've arrived, but just, there's a learning curve, right? You just have to figure out how to find your way. This is something that I was committed to because it was bigger than me. It was more than something I just felt like doing. It was really responding to a call that God put on my life, which is why I'm not going to quit now. I don't feel like it's up to me to quit. I know when God is leading me to leave, let's say a ministry or a task, just when God is redirecting me. And I have all the signs to indicate that I'm going to continue for 2021. I don't want to think beyond that. I just take this year by year. I know one thing, I'll never run out of content because it's always, God, what video should I create? What conversation should we be having? What topic on Christian living or what practical Bible teaching can I offer? Something that's relatable, something that's applicable. If you don't know much about me, I studied applied linguistics, which is the study of language, but how can we apply what we know about languages to teaching? And so I consider myself a very practical person. Do I have any regrets? Honestly, I will say no, because I sincerely did the best that I could do in that given moment. Looking back, of course, I could see things that I could have done better. Hindsight is 20/20. For me, it's not about regretting and wishing somehow I could turn back the hands of time to the beginning of 2020 and do it all over again, but more so what I've learned. I truly feel like I'd rather fail than have regret, because if I fail or don't do well, let's just say, then I can find ways to improve. But if I don't even try, then that's when I would regret. And it took me like 3 years to really start this channel. And so I am proud of what God has allowed me to produce, what He's allowed me to create. And I feel like it's blessed many lives. In terms of rebranding, I'm not rebranding the overall. In terms of rebranding, I'm not rebranding the channel. Practical Bible teachings and Christian living is what I do. Something I've learned is that this really is who I am. I like to bring a Bible study that you can apply or use something that's common, like modern day parables. One of my favorites was applying weeds to those things that hinder our spiritual growth. I'll leave the card for that video. You can check that out. Also, Christian living, topics about parenting. My mom visited the Well. My dad visited the Well. My sister. Of course, faith, believing in God, trusting in God. Topics that have to do with dating, marriage, a variety of topics that pertain to Christian living, because really there's no limits to Christian living. It's living your life as a Christian. Let's talk about that. Let's bring somebody on who has experience. That's something that I feel passionate about and I was proud to be able to do. In terms of highlights, I was so happy to have certain people collaborate with me this year. I was able to sit down and converse with several people at the Well. Even if it was through Zoom, that was something that provided a new outlet. Someone didn't have to be physically with me to converse and talk about their experience. Something that I didn't expect that worked out well. Probably one of my favorite moments was when the ministry Soplo de Vida, under the leadership of the pastor Samaritan, shared the video that I did in Spanish. When they not only saw my video, but they took the video, condensed it, and put it on their page, their Instagram page and their Facebook page. And that allowed thousands of people throughout Latin America to hear of the testimony of how God gave me a son. I am truly passionate on topics that have to do with infertility, or should I say fertility, and that's something that I would definitely continue to do for 2021. Another highlight was sitting down and conversing with Pastora Neidis Rivera. Her ministry is Released Women, and that's on Facebook also. Another highlight was hosting the first annual conference where we had the women of Disciplinas Libertadoras and the pastor Waleska Cruz. She brought an amazing word. All of these videos are on my channel, but when I look back, these are things that I am really proud to say that the Lord helped me to do that. You know, I never really saw myself like someone who would be on YouTube, who would be having these types of conversations with other leaders or sharing my story with people throughout Latin America and other countries. But I've learned in 2020 that when we believe in God, we trust Him, when we hear His voice, when He's guiding us, we're going to see things that we hadn't imagined. We're going to be able to do things that we didn't think we were capable of. And I'm just so thankful for that. Challenges? Oh, definitely 2020 had its fair share of challenges and things that didn't even have to do with the pandemic. So back in January and February, it was like a lot of changes for me personally. I lost my dog. He truly was a best friend, and we had to put him down. That was really sad for me. I had him for over 10 years. And I found out I was pregnant. And then I found out I was losing the pregnancy. But then when they confirmed that the pregnancy was lost, then they found out it was twins. And I have been waiting for 3 children. I have 1 son. And that was hard. It definitely was hard, especially hearing that they were twins, because it was a complete natural pregnancy. If you want to know more about that, you can watch the video. I give all the details about what happened and how the Lord spoke to me. But that was hard. But what I learned from that challenge of those 2 months, it was really hard. Even when I lost the twins, I had to have a procedure to have everything removed. I got really sick. I lost a lot of blood. I became anemic. And I had to take care of my son, who was 6 months old. I was still working, and I still did YouTube. I said to myself, if I can create videos in the midst of all this, well then, of course I can continue. And so that kind of propelled me to move forward. I was doing a video a week at the time. I went down to 2 videos because I didn't want to sacrifice the quality, and I didn't want to just kind of like throw something together really quickly. And so for me and all the things I have to do at home, I knew that, 2 videos, possibly 3, were going to be the best. And that's something I would do moving forward. Other challenges was just really time management, which God helped me. Like, I would say I did not struggle with that too much. I talk about time management, and even how in this year of so many changes and so many unpredictable occurrences, how God has helped me to manage my time and to be able to do everything that I've been able to do. I didn't do it alone, so I do want to publicly thank my husband for always being supportive of me with the channel, taking care of the baby, and making sure that he's not making any noise or crying while I'm trying to record videos. And so that's been a huge help. Definitely, I'm going to bring him on to the channel for 2021, probably be a Spanish video. Speaking of Spanish videos, I'm an English channel, but there's definitely room for some Spanish videos. And I feel like certain people that I know, certain topics, they just lend themselves to teach in Spanish or to converse in Spanish. So it's like a group of what I do on this channel. So I don't want to give it up. What else? Challenges. There were a lot. Whew. I'm going to be honest with you. The challenges were not overwhelming. And I think it's because God was like taking me easy, because if this year really hit me, like with all the negativity that YouTube can bring, with all the like stress and just everything on top of everything I was living, God knows, I would have been like, you know what, I'm not doing this. So I think the first year for me being on YouTube, I think my first year as a Christian YouTuber was pretty calm, no drama, no like moments of me falling apart or having a meltdown behind the scenes. I met some great people. I feel like I was able to meet a lot of other people, share my testimony, encourage people that I could have never reached otherwise. And that's the whole point, right? Of for me at least, to being a Christian YouTuber, reaching people for God's kingdom. You know, I want to reach you where you are. You're at home, you're washing dishes, you're driving. I want us to converse like Jesus met the woman at the well. But what we talk about has spiritual importance. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Lessons learned, I realized that it was going to take a lot longer to be comfortable on camera. I was going to have to figure out lighting, how to record, how to edit. So I feel like those were a lot of technical lessons that I learned. I spoke about the fact that I went through a lot and I continued to record. I learned about myself that I am very persistent. And it really confirmed to me my life verse. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I really do. I learned that I can do all things that I've never done before, things that I have no idea about. If God is leading me to do that, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That's one of my life verses. And then once I apply that God is leading me to this, well, then I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In so many occasions in 2020, I just had to take a moment and say, God, I can't do it if you don't help me. So it's not that I learned that I need to do this, but I was able to grow in doing this, to really lean on God and trust Him in different areas of my life. I have learned that I am capable of pushing through even when I don't want to. I learned that I was a little happier before YouTube. Let me explain. So after a full year of being a Christian YouTuber, I realized that it kind of just always kept me looking at videos, watching, creating. Like, I just feel like I was so consumed with this whole process of creating, uploading, promoting, and it was quite stressful in terms of schedule and even feeling like, did it make that much of a difference? But overall, like I said, it was a good experience, but I don't really like being public. I don't really like putting myself out there for people to have opinions, but I'll do it. If that's what God wants, I'll do it, and I want to get better. Before I end this video, I want to give a special thank you to a few people. They helped me so much in this journey of my first year as a Christian YouTuber. So the first person, you met her, we did a video about praying for your husband, and that's Melanie Ortega. I just want to thank you so much for all your support, your friendship. You've been such a good friend and just such a support. So I just thank you so much. The second person I want to thank, somebody who every time I would upload, she just always was there to encourage me. Like, I think seriously on every single video, and that's Ruth Polanco. Thank you, girl. You have been so amazing, giving me feedback about the videos and just watching, just so that I knew that I didn't make it for nothing. Of course, my family, who's always supporting everything that I do. You met my mom, my dad. If you haven't, you can check out those videos. I'll leave them in the description box. My sisters, I have 2. And my nieces, nephews, my friends. I just want to thank you all for supporting me, for subscribing, sharing, liking, all the things that really make a difference. Thank you. That's my reflection on my first year as a female Christian YouTuber. Thank you for watching, and please join me for 2021. And I hope that you continue to join me at the well for more encouragement and more teachings. God bless you, and thank you so much. Bye. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. So, in verse 51, David runs, and it says, and stood... Oh, sorry, not yet. Should have had it ready. 1 Samuel 19. 1 Samuel 19. But I want to take... Oh, man, how am I going to get back to the sword? I feel lost. Jeremiah. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, Jeremiah. It doesn't take a lot of money. Many people might think, oh, I don't have money to do that. Sometimes... Casey, sit down. Casey, sit down. Sit. Okay. that I really have. Okay, what am I saying? Okay, this is the hardest video ever. Okay, welcome to my. This is done. El oír la palabra. La palabras no. Okay, redo the whole verses. Okay. Has to do. Okay, what is it?